Hi, and welcome back to First Chapter Friday. So happy Friday to you. Today's First Chapter Friday is a brand new book. Just came out this spring, I believe in February. And the title is Red, White, and Whole by Rajani, LaRocca. And I'll just read like the little blurb. It's not on the back in this one. It's actually on the inside cover. Reha feels torn between two worlds, school, where she's the only Indian American student, and home with her family and their community. But Reha's parents don't understand. She feels disconnected from her mother, or Amma. Although their names are linked, Reha means star and Poonam means moon, they are a universe apart. Then Reha finds out that her Amma is sick, really sick. Reha, who dreams of becoming a doctor, even though the sight of blood makes her woozy, is determined to make her Amma well. She becomes fixated on red and white blood cells, facing her fear and being the daughter her parents want her to be, because she has no idea how she can go on if the moon is missing from her sky. So I had heard about this book. Other teachers had been talking about it, so I thought, I've got to read it. And one of the things I like about it is that it's written in that like short line verse, like kind of like poetry. So I do like that. I know about that about myself as a reader, and that I like those kinds of things. Also, what else was I going to say? Oh, the idea that someone doesn't fit in. I liked, like, I can relate to that. I feel like sometimes I don't fit in, right? So I liked that idea as well. So I'm going to read again. The chapters are kind of like other books that I've shown you, where each page is a different kind of chapter. They're really short, right? So I'm going to read a few pages about the same as the chapter if it were a traditional chapter type book. All right. First one's called Two. I have two lives, one that is Indian and one that is not. I have two best friends, one who is Indian and one who is not. At school, I swim in a river of white skin and blonde hair and brown hair, and blue eyes and green eyes and hazel, school subjects and giggles about boys, salad and sandwiches. And on weekends, I float in a sea of brown skin and black hair and dark eyes, MTV music videos and giggles about boys, samosas and sabjis. In both places, I have gossip and laughter, music and silence, friendship. But only in one place do I have my parents. Girls just want to have fun. That's what the song says, with a catchy melody that makes you sway back and forth. It's 1983 and I'm 13. I just want to be like everyone else, to fit in, to have fun. I want to free my hair from this ponytail, this braid, toss it over my shoulders to unfurl in curly glory. I want to chew gum, wear cheap earrings, tight jeans, short skirts, roller skate holding hands. I want to wear a drop waist dress to dance. I want to have fun. We are different from Americans, whispers Amma's voice in my head. We work hard, we dress modestly, we focus on what is important to succeed. That is why we came to this country, and we won't waste our opportunity or change who we are. I listen to my mother, always, but I'm American. I was born here. It's the only home I know, so I'm caught between the life I want to lead and the one she thinks I should. First memory. I'm 3 years old, cradled in Amma's lap with Daddy close by. We sit on the balcony of our apartment looking at the night sky. Daddy takes my hand, points a finger at a silver globe. Moon, he says. That's what Amma is named after. Moon, I repeat. Amma takes my hand, points at tiny sparkles strewn like bright pebbles in the darkness. Star, she says. That's what Reha is named after. Star, I repeat. Which one? Amma holds my arms apart. All of them, Reha. And I embrace the field of light. Our home. When my parents first came to America, they lived in New York, crammed into a tiny apartment they shared with another couple. When they talk about those days with no money and no space, struggling to find jobs and feel settled, they smile and laugh, speaking of feasts made by many hands, shared by the entire floor of the apartment building, cheap movie tickets, staying up late playing cards. And though we are comfortable now with the small house we own, plenty of food and many friends, settled and responsible, I wonder what it was like to know my parents then when they were young at the start of their adventure. There aren't as many Indians here in the small Midwestern city where we live, but there are enough to make friends with all, regardless of language or religion. According to Daddy, Indians are famous for disagreeing with each other, so being friends with everyone is a gift. I like that line, actually. Being friends with everyone is a gift. I can understand that. The star. Reha means star. What kind of star am I? A distant one that sparkles coldly from afar? A red giant scorching all within its wake? Or like our sun, providing light and warmth and life? But my parents rarely call me by my name. Instead, they call me Kana, dear one, darling. Sunny. I don't remember when I first met Sunny. Her name is Sunita, but no one ever calls her that. Amma says Sunny's family moved to town when I was 2 years old. Her mother was already so tired carrying a baby brother in her belly, and Sunny wouldn't stop running around. We were only a month apart, Reha and Sunny and Reha, almost close enough to be twins. Amma would bring Sunny to our house, and we would play all afternoon while Rupa Auntie napped. Sunny and I never argue, even though we're so different. Sunny wears the latest clothes, has a separate phone line in her room, dreams of becoming an actress. I don't think there's much chance of that, although she's dramatic enough. I wish I could go to school with her and see her familiar face in the hallways, the two halves of my life whole for once, but Amma and Daddy want me at a private school. You are only one, they say. What else would we spend money on? So my weekdays are at school. My weekends are with Sunny. Red and white. I am 6 years old, perched on Amma's bed, trying not to wrinkle my dark green lenga. We are going to a party at Sunny's house, and Amma is draping a purple sari. Her hands flip the soft silk back and forth, to make the pleats that will hang from her waist to her ankles. The silver border sparkles in the evening light against the darkness of the purple. Amma looks so lovely, brighter than the silver, with her hair loose, flowing down her back before she captures it in her braid. Did you wear a white sari at your wedding? I ask. All the photos are in black and white, so I can't tell. My wedding sari was red. Want to see? I nod, and she quickly tucks in the pleats, tosses the pallu over her shoulder, kneels at her dresser's bottom drawer, the one that's filled with the heaviest saris. She pulls out a cotton bundle and unwraps the most beautiful sari I've ever seen. A dark, rich red with scattered gold paisleys, a shiny gold border, wide as my palm. I gasp with delight. Red is an auspicious color, lucky for brides. Amma smooths her hand over the heavy silk. I touch too, the fabric rich and warm. I trace around the gold zari work. What about white, I ask, thinking of wedding dresses on TV and movies. Christian brides wear white saris, but we Hindus, we wear white when someone has died to mourn. I wore a white sari when my mother, your Patti, died, long before I was married and you were born. What about when Thatha died? I wasn't there, says Amma. She folds the sari, wraps it in its white cotton cloth, puts it away. Come, Kana, let's braid your hair. I close my eyes. Her fingers gently pull on my unruly curls. Oh, the next section is called Rachel, and it talks about her school best friend. Remember, she has two friends one who's Indian and one who's not. So we learned about Sunny from her Indian life, and the next chapter is about Rachel from her school life. So one of the other things I liked about this book that I could relate to was it's from a time period that I grew up in. So the whole girls just want to have fun song, I'm all about that. I know that song. So I liked kind of that little walk down memory lane for me, but there's a lot of in here about what it's like to have friends at school and have friends outside of school. And maybe you have friends like that too, that are from different parts of your life. And that's awesome. But eventually they all meet, and you'll find out why if you pick up this book and read it. Red, White, and Whole. Have a great Friday.